Revitalization, rejuvenation, regeneration. We're giving new life to the Subaru. So we have a handful of things that we are going to be knocking out. I dropped off a new set of cylinder heads at the machine shop for our EJ25 here that's going to be going into the 06 STI. The last set that I dropped off had some hidden damage on them, and unfortunately they were scrapped, so we were able to get a new set, get that taken care of. But on the table behind me, we've got a lot of chassis related stuff that we need to knock out while we wait for that. Now this poor car had lacked maintenance pretty much ever being done to it, so we have a lot of fix-it style stuff that we need to get knocked out. So from left to right on the table, I guess, we have a RCM 340 liter per hour fuel pump that we're going to be putting in the car. That's not necessarily maintenance, I mean, it is maintenance related, but it's also power related. Cop shift knob, cartboy short shifter, shifter bushings because the factory ones are blown out. We've got a Torque Solutions U-joint, solid U-joint, Group N pitch stop, Group N trans mount, Group N shifter positive shift kit, brand new OEM Subaru steering rack, Super Pro bump steer kit, Goodrich stainless steel brake lines. We have our Cobb overflow that we need to put in. Hawk HP pads. I got another set of DBA 4000s. Taillight gaskets, new fender arch. We also have some other stuff that we're gonna have to put on this, which I don't know if we're gonna get to in this video. We've got a new trunk weather seal, a gauge cluster lighting thing, a gauge cluster protector, I don't know what to call it. We've got side skirt seals, side skirt clips. We've got this STI Spec C intercooler tank that I want to get in. Here's our trunk seal. I can actually pull that out for right now. There's another weather seal in here. What is this for? Oh, we've got a JDM hazard button. There's so much little stuff floating around. I don't even know, where does this go? Oh, this is the hood cowl piece because that was missing also. See, look, we got so much little stuff. I don't even know what we got. Like I said, I'm trying to hit these cars hard and fast, not necessarily rush the build, but I don't want to drag it out. Some people think that I like to milk cars. In reality, I really don't. I don't like milking cars. I don't like cars sitting. I don't like having to continuously work on a lot of the cars. The 06 STI, I want to get it back up and running. I want to get it going so that way we can get to tuning to get back to the RS. So let's start things off with some of the easy stuff like the body seals, the hood cowl piece, some of that easy stuff, just to get it knocked out. I actually might hit this hood cowl with some of that Cerakote trim restore since I have some. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's start with the seals, then we'll move on to the brakes, maybe get to the fuel pump. We're gonna jump around quite a bit. We have a steering rack to do. We got a lot. Let's give this stuff a new shine. I also just found a headlight restoration kit, so I would like to restore the headlights a bit as well. And that's looking a hell of a lot better right there. All right, I need to get out all these old clips that hold this cowl down. Like I said in the last video, I don't just want to get this car running. I actually want to make it like whole again. You know what I mean? Yeah, this side goes down here. People always ask me like, what is the first thing they should do when they buy one of these cars? This, fix everything that's broken with it first. Don't mod it until it's like it's repaired, it's fixed. Like in all reality, the key to making these cars last a long time, taking care of the little stuff like this, like replacing all these broken, missing seals. Look at that, new hood cowl seal. Taillights, there's actually a gasket, and if you don't have the gasket in there, your taillights will fill up with water. And there, I can see duct tape on the back of these, which kind of concerns me. This guy also said when I bought the car from him, he had an issue with water getting in these. And I think I see why. Yeah, see, look, here's the old broken gasket here. Pull that off. These are just duct taped in. And they're missing the gasket. What? What in the hell? Take off the duct tape. I think he was trying to do like the JDM taillight mod and just completely screwed it. Oh, this one's actually not full of that much water, surprisingly. I'm still gonna set it out to dry just in case though. While the taillight's dry, let's jump to something I've been dreading, which is the brakes. Now, the only reason I'm dreading these is because if you know Brembos, you know Northern cars, you know rusty cars, the Brembo caliper bolts like to seize. And when they seize, they pull threads and you gotta get time cert. So we'll see how many of these we can successfully remove. I'm hoping it's all of them. Like fingers crossed, I hope it's every single one. We're gonna be doing new brake lines up here. new brake pads, replace these rotors. I mean, they still have some life left to them. We could turn these. I'll probably have them turned and set them aside for something in the future. I don't know, they're still good rotors, and then powder coat them and whatnot. But rotors replaced, calipers replaced, brake line replaced. Hopefully the caliper comes off nicely. This was a nightmare. This corner took me about 2 hours because of all the rust and everything, but I had to swap the Brembos because the ones that I pulled off over there need repair and repowder coated because the mounting bolt snapped on them, unfortunately. This is one corner down. We still have 3 more to go. So I also opted to clean the wheel well a little bit. These shocks are getting replaced with a set of coilovers. I had to be very careful with that brake line in there to not round this out. So, you know, it's just, northern cars, kudos to anyone who lives in a northern state and has to deal with this on the regular, because I'm going to be honest, this really is not fun having to deal with rust. So the backing plate, I opted just to break off any of the loose stuff and just give it a new coat of black with some, well, first I hit it with this Seymour stainless steel finish stuff, and then I followed it up with a little bit of engine enamel just to make it black. But that should prevent any more rusting. When the time comes, when we do have to do wheel bearings on this car, we will replace everything that needs replaced that is rusty. But for the time being, this is more than good enough. So next up is a front one, and I pray that that caliper comes out nicely. The brakes are all done. That was probably the worst brake job I've ever had to do, with how gentle you have to be with the brake lines, the Brembo bolts. Thankfully, we only ended up snapping one bolt that was on that first rear one that we did. We've got DBA T4000 rotors, Hawk HP Plus pads, and then those extra Brembos that I have going all the way around. Then the other set's gonna get powder coated and go to the other car now, because that car will not be driving for a while. So this works out. Or I will give it to any of you who live in the Rust Belt and have to deal with this on the daily. I commend you, because that was probably like I said, that was the worst brake job. That took 5 hours because I had to be gentle with like the brake lines up there, not rounding out the hard lines, working the caliper bolts in and out, cleaning off rust on the old dust shields, repainting some of the stuff. So I was like, you know, we got it done. And that's what matters. Next up, I want to jump to repolishing the headlights. I actually found a Cerakote headlight kit in my detailing cabinet. I think I bought this for the 911 when I had that car. Then I want to get that that new flare on the rear quarter panel. And you know, I just want to do some of the easy, relaxed, kind of sit down, chill stuff.
Start it up.
I wanted to show you guys this before I do this side. Look how nasty that is. You see how hazy and gross it is? This is the side that we just did. Dude, this stuff comes out like crystal clear. I'll link it down below. It's this Cerakote headlight restoration stuff. You essentially use this oxidation wipe, wet sand it, and then use this clear coating on there. But dude, look at the difference between those two headlights. All right, now it's time to make that one match that one. So with our headlights all done, we're gonna jump to getting our new rear arch on, which, do I need to pull the bumper out for that? It almost looks like I do. The tabs right there. There we go, 1, 2, 2. Push the pumper back in right there. There's a slight color difference because obviously there's some fade between the body and this flare piece, but I think we should be all right. There we go. Yeah, there's a slight shade difference, but I mean, as to be expected, the body's got 150K miles on it. The flare's got 0, so obviously there's gonna be some sun fade, but at least we don't have a broken flare piece in here anymore. So, look at that. I told you, man, we're gonna fix as much of the body stuff as we can because I want this thing to look as good as possible. There is like a slight shade. Let's jump over to the trunk seal next. This is actually a super prone area to get rust if you don't clean out all of the crap in there. So I'm gonna go around, vacuum out all of the nature, get it all wiped down and clean, and then get the new trunk seal on. You can fit the trunk seal over the trunk and then get it on. I just got the old one off and you guys can see it's torn, it's ripped in spots, and it's letting in water. We don't want water in our trunk, obviously. No. No. You don't need to get it every time it comes out, Momo. Because the issue, it's not so much water, it's the fact that gunk in nature and whatnot will sit in these channels and not allow water to drain, and then the water sits stagnant. Get up some of that dirt. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now while we're back here, we can actually put on our new taillight gaskets and get the taillights back in too. Let's knock out the overflow next and the wiper tank fill relocation out of the way. So this whole upper yellow tube piece is gonna just get evacuated. It's coming out. As you can tell, I'm saving some of the poopy stuff for later because I don't want to do it right now. I think I'm gonna take the bumper back off for this because I'm gonna have to, well, maybe I don't need to. Got it. I got it. I don't need you.
Did you eat breakfast already?
I mean, kinda.
I made you fried rice.
You made me fried rice?
I made you fried rice.
For breakfast?
For breakfast.
You specifically made me
I specifically
like, you woke up this morning, you said, I'm gonna make this man fried rice.
I woke up this morning and said, I'm gonna make us fried rice, and I made 2 bowls.
Oh, yeah. That's fun. This little area is all knocked out, and to be honest, that actually looks pretty good. So next up, we're moving through all the little stuff, but I'd say let's jump to another big thing. Let's get the power steering rack swapped out. So we'll take out the old one, we'll tape the steering wheel down. On these new racks, these do not come centered, so we're gonna have to center this rack, which I'm not particularly looking forward for, but this is a bigger thing that we need to knock out. I also went ahead and got the Super Pro roll center adjustment kit, mainly because this car needs ball joints. So, and with us lowering it, this will help fix geometry in there once we get our coilovers in. But mainly, I wanted to get some new ball joints. I'm actually going to throw these in the freezer. I am a little excited because since this is a Tennessee car and rust has been an issue for us, not an issue, but an annoyance for us, getting the ball joints out is going to be kind of annoying. So I get to finally use my Company 23 ball joint remover tool. And on all my Northern cars, the freaking ball joints will just fall out if I loosen that. So I have a feeling they're gonna be pretty stuck in there, so we actually get to use this fun little guy when we get to the ball joints. We've got two of the big ticket poopy things done with now. The new steering rack is installed in here. Little bit of a pain. I have a couple dedicated videos showing you guys how to replace your power steering racks. I'll put a link like right up there for them. It's pretty much same across all generations. We've got steering rack done, brakes done. One thing I will add on the power steering rack, since we did that ball joint kit or the Super Pro roll center kit, it comes with ball joints and new tie rod ends. I would highly recommend this Company 23 tool. This is the ball joint puller. It literally threads into the ball joint. You hit it with an impact and it just rips it out. It came out absolutely no problem, even on this rusty car. So with all of that done, let me clean out the back seat and the trunk. Let's get into our fuel pump and replace it with our new RCM 340 liter per hour pump. So that way we have a quality pump in the fuel tank. So when we start making some power, we won't have to stress about the factory. I don't even know if there's a factory one in there. I don't even know what fuel pump's in this car right now. Holy shit, man. I don't think these back seats ever been out before. Maybe, but I don't know. That was that. I don't know. And then middle lift up. Come on. It's gonna be another one of those kind of sucky things. We'll see though, might not be. Spinning. There we go. Look at that. Didn't have to drill it out. We're gonna replace that screw though, because that thing is rusty. Oh god. Holy shit, dude. I think this had rats living in it at one point. There's like rat feces. Let all of these soak in PB Blaster before even attempting to remove them. This is what the top of the fuel hanger assembly looks like. It's just rust. So I'm actually gonna step outside and wire wheel this down as much as I can to get as much of this rust just off of here. Then we'll pull out the fuel pump. It has been out before. It does have a DW200 fuel pump in it, but we're gonna go a little bit bigger with a 340. So let me go clean up this assembly as much as I can, because dude, that's gross. That's bad. Back seats are all back in, fuel pump is installed, all plumbed back up, and then while I was doing it, I also tossed in our intercooler spray tank. So I removed the factory one. I need to get a cover for right there. Rerouted the electrical harness to the big tank, and then rerouted the water line, so that is wired up, good to go. So we don't need 12 liters of water. But I had originally bought this for the 2.5 RS and opted not to use it for the 2.5 RS, so I had it just kind of sitting around, and then we bought the GD, so I figured, hey, it works perfect, because this is the car it was technically intended for. Now I need to toss all of this back in the trunk for now. So with the fuel pump and the trunk wrapped up, everything put back in there, there's 3 things left we're gonna knock out inside the car. New cabin filter, new plastic lens for the gauge cluster. You can buy these, I'll link. Actually, what is the part number on this? Because I know a lot of people are gonna ask. 85075FE00000. It's the plastic cover that goes over the gauge cluster. Pretty neat. And then JDM hazard button. These are the last 3 things we're gonna be doing in this video because I am pooped. It is hot as shit. So the drivetrain stuff will have to wait, but that should wrap up like so much freaking stuff that we had to do. So let me jump inside the car. Let's knock out these last 3 things, because I can almost guarantee you that cabin filter, based on everything else I've seen on this car, that cabin filter has probably never been swapped out. Cabin filter swapped out behind the glove box. Our JDM hazard button is in, and then I also replaced the shroud, or the, I guess it's the lens for the gauge cluster. This is the one that I took out, and it's scratched and it's old and whatnot. These are like 30, 40 bucks, I think. So this new one looks brand freaking new, man. It makes the entire gauge cluster look brand new. So that, I think, is gonna wrap it up for us on this one. We got an absolute ton done in this video. All new brakes going around the car, intercooler spray tank done, interior bits knocked out, new power steering rack, bump steer kit, ball joints, a ton. In the next video, we'll probably do some more cleaning on this if we don't have our heads back yet. I got a call from the machine shop. The new heads that I just dropped off over there need new valve guides. So I gave them the go ahead to do new valve guides in there also. So once our heads come back, which will probably be mid next week sometime, we can get our long block built, put that in the car. So if we don't have the heads back in time, we're gonna do all the drivetrain stuff, clean the entire underside of the car a little bit better, and then knock out any of the remainder small things that we have for the STI. Like I said, I'm not trying to rush this build, but I do want to get through this car relatively quickly so we can get to tuning and doing all the fun stuff on it. So with that, that's all I've got for you guys on this one. If you like the video, you know what to do. Go and hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, cyan, whatever color it may turn for you. And if you're not subscribed to the channel already and you want to be, I'll put it in one of these corners. No idea which one quite yet, but with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies.